Hey YouTube, it's Evelyn. So today is the first time I'm gonna be doing an actual normal filming video thing. So like a normal video of my piercings. I don't even know what a normal video is. Whatever. It's my first actual video besides my crappy intro video, my second crappy intro video. So yeah. Anyway, sorry, I'm really I can trail off really easily, just letting you guys know. But today I figured I would do my FAQ series or group of videos. So yeah. Let's just go ahead and jump right into my snake bites. So I have a list of piercing piercing FAQs that in the back where you can't see on my laptop. So let's see. The first one is, what is blank piercing and where do you get them pierced on your body? That's like the most commonly asked question I get. Besides, did it hurt? But basically, your snake bites are the two piercings on your lower lip. That's one on your right side and one on your left side. That's where they're pierced. Let's see. Where do you get them pierced at in general? Like at a store, what kind of store do you get them pierced at? Usually you can get them pierced at any tattoo parlor that also does piercings. I would look up the reviews on whoever you've been recommended to. I would just look them up just to make sure that they're a reasonable and decent place to go to. So yeah, any place that has good reviews that is a piercing parlor or a tattoo parlor, piercing pagoda, I guess, whatever. Why did I get my snake bites pierced? I got my snake bites pierced because I really like the way they look. It was my first piercing, so yeah, I like the way they look on me. I've had them for about, I want to say 4 years. Yeah, since the beginning of freshman year, but I'm a senior now, but I just dropped out, so I guess 3.5 years. I don't know. Around about there. Let's see. That's why I got them, and that's how long I've had them in. How long is healing time? Healing time for me was about 2 months, because it is a mouth piercing. It will heal itself pretty quickly. But you do have to care for it. For you guys, it may be different. I'm not sure, but I'm just letting you guys know. Whatever your piercer says, just listen to your piercer. And yeah. Does this piercing look good on guys or girls? I think it's a pretty decent piercing for both. Sorry, my nose is really stuffed up and it's gross. But yeah. So I think this piercing looks good on guys and girls. What jewelry is there? Hang on, let me just grab my jewelry box. Damn it. There we go. So I have quite a bit of jewelry. Some for retired piercings, some for piercings that I still have. And retired piercings I'll get into in a different video. But I've organized it all. So basically, there are tons of different kinds of pieces of jewelry. There are captive bead rings, there are studs, and then there are horseshoe rings. Those are the most common. A captive bead ring looks like this. This one is square, but I don't wear these ones very often. But this one just has one bead, and it's captivated by the two sides. And then this one has 2 beads, but I don't know where the other bead is right now. But it's just open, and you have 2 beads on one on each side of one on each end. And then studs can look like this. Now, I don't know where my other stud is to this one, so I might just pierce my ear and then use this. But this is a flat back stud, and the reason it's called a flat back is because it's pretty damn flat on the back. But this is the gem I have in it. I have several different kinds. And this is just one I have. And this one is internally threaded, which means that when you unscrew it, the thread of the bar is actually on the stud piece. the ball, whatever the hell you have for it. So yeah, those are all the pieces of jewelry that I have. So let's see, what gauge can you usually wear? Like, what thickness is there? This particular piercing usually takes 16 gauge jewelry, and 16 gauge is pretty thin compared to like 14 gauge. Hang on. This is a 14 gauge. Now this definitely looks thicker, compared to, let's say, one of these guys. Yeah, you can kind of tell. But yeah. So 16 gauge is pretty thin. It's, I think 6 gauge is smaller than your standard ear piercing, which is 22 or 6 or 4 millimeters smaller than your normal ear piercing, which is like a 20 or a 22 gauge, sometimes even an 18 gauge. So yeah, this question I get a lot, is, did it hurt and how much did it hurt? Most people gauge theirs from a 1 to 10 scale, so I'm gonna do that, and I will explain it kind of, how it feels. So, did it hurt? Of course it did hurt. It's a piercing, you're going all the way through your skin. And it is a sharp object puncturing your body. So yes, it is going to hurt. For me, one side doesn't always hurt as much as the other side does. This side, I think, hurt less than my left side. I can't remember which side my piercer pierced first. And I usually, for my first piercings, which was these guys, I went to a piercing shop, and then I just started piercing myself. Don't ever do that. Sorry, I had to fix this. But yeah, don't ever pierce yourself, because it just ends up really bad, and you can get, you can just end up with really bad scarring and really bad infections, and it's gross. I've had that happen to me a couple times. But sorry about that. So yeah, so it did hurt. I would say mine for this side was a 4, and for this side it was a 5, so around about the middle of the pain scale. If I had to explain what it felt like, it kind of felt like a really, really painful pinch. Like a really strong pinch. Like, you know how sometimes there's like this, and then there's like the really painful one where it's like, "Rrr." That's kind of how it was. But it was a little bit worse than that. But I'm not trying to make it sound bad. I'm just explaining it how I would explain it. So yeah. So I think that's about it. If I have anything else to put down, I will link it down below. And I'll link down my Instagram, you guys, so that you guys can find it. I'll post this video on my Instagram account. So yeah. So I think that's all that I had to say about this. I will do a how to clean your piercings video, later on. And I might do a couple different videos, like maybe some vlogs of like me getting my first tattoo, which will be in the future. So yeah. And that's about it. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.